First thing you need to do is we're going to put in a sentence. So you click on this text box here and open up a text box. And this is going to be a pretty long one, so I'm going to move it all the way over here. And I'm going to move it down a little bit. And then I'm going to start typing. The blue and white jet slowly lifted off the runway and soon soared above the clouds. Period. Okay, let's move this guy out of the way here. Okay, so now the first thing you're going to do is I want you to look over here at the very end. You've got the subject and predicate underlines. Predicate you always underline with two lines, and in this case we're going to do it with red. And we're just going to underline the simple predicate and the simple subject. So the simple predicate is the verb, or verbs in this case. So the way we're going to do this, just click on this and go to these three little dots and make a duplicate. Now you've got another one. Now, when you move these, if you've got a plus sign, this thing's just going to rotate all the way around. Just do some strange stuff, okay? You can make it larger. You can make it rotate, but you don't want that to happen. So what you're looking for is always look for that little 4 arrows pointing north, south, east, and west. And when it's like that, then you can move it, okay? So we know that something lifted. It's still a little crooked, so let me straighten it out just a bit. Okay, now I can make my copy from here if I want, because there's another verb. And it's soared. Okay, now, since we have a verb, there's more we have to do here. We're going to make a copy of this also. This arrow, because the arrow is what we're going to use to show action or state of being. So we duplicate that. Put the arrow on the top of lifted. And we'll make a copy and move that over on top of soared. Okay, now the next thing we should do is find the subject. So we ask ourselves who or what lifted and soared. And of course, it's going to be the jet. So we'll make a copy of the subject. Subject underline, single underline. And then the jet is a thing. So we're going to go up here and get the basketball because that's our thing. Make sure that you've got the right arrow, the plus sign with the arrow, not the one without the arrows. To move, okay. Now there are no other subjects, but we are going to go looking for more nouns. Oops, you know what I didn't do? I didn't make a copy, so I got to put one of these back up here. Okay, so do we have other nouns? Well, let's see. Slowly, runway, that's a noun, and clouds. Okay, runway is a place, so we're going to click on the place, duplicate that, and put that over the runway. Okay, and then clouds, I guess we'll call that a thing also. So we'll duplicate that and put that over clouds. Okay, well, now if you remember your coded chart, the next thing we look for after nouns and verbs are modifiers. So we look, the jet is being modified by blue and white. So those would be adjectives, since the jet is a noun. So put adjective over blue, make a duplicate here, put that over white. Okay, now I think that's it. There's not a colored runway or long runway or anything, and clouds aren't being modified. So let's look for adverbs. Well, we've got an ly word here, slowly, telling us in what manner did the jet lift off. Slowly. So we're going to put an adverb over that. And we'll duplicate that because How did it soar? Soon. And we have conjunctions and prepositions. So what kind of words do we have left? We have the, we know that's an article. We're not going to put a code over that. And it's a conjunction. So we'll make a copy of that. Make sure we get the right arrow. There we go. And we have two ands. There's another and over there. So let's get that one also. We just make our duplicate from right here. We want. Put that over and. Okay, now, what words do we have left? We have off, we have the, again, that's another article, and above. Well, both off and above are prepositions. Get off the box? Yes. Can you be above the box? Yes. Preposition. And they're part of prepositional phrases. Off what? Off the runway. Above the clouds. Right? Hear the rhythm of those prepositions? So we're going to, oops. Okay, so now I'm going to have to straighten out my P here. Here we go. Get the right arrow. Put P there. Duplicate that. And move this one over above, right? And there we are, our first coded sentence.